Hi everyone, my name is Wendy and you're welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to discuss one thing that all of us hate, okay, that is drawdown. Okay, nobody wants to get into a trade and then stay on drawdown. So there are factors we need to consider, and then you will see how a price action setup one is really helpful in this situation. Okay, so without further ado, please don't forget to do the YouTube business. And if you're not new to the channel, please, you understand what YouTube business is. And if you're new to the channel, please help us subscribe and let's get to our first 1K. All right, we do nothing here than to give a valuable information concerning trading. We try as much as possible to be transparent in what we are doing. So without further ado, let's get into the video of the day. So number one thing we are going to talk about is something that I've actually been laying emphasis on this channel, which is trading during volume time. Okay, it's something that a whole lot of person neglect, but it is very important, especially if you are trading currency pair. So personally, I do trade GJ, and I trade only 2 hours in a day of GJ. That means I trade a 15 minutes time frame, and then I try as much as possible to just scalp through it, like during volume time. So volume time I trade is pre-London to a New York opening. So those are the period I get into trade. So if you understand the concept very well on how to get into the trade and then get out only during volume time, you will actually avoid a whole lot of drawdown. So I can tell you that a whole lot of my trades just get triggered and then there is minimal drawdown or no drawdown till we hit TP. So it happens so many of time like that, but I'm going to show you example of it in the course of the study. And another thing we need to consider when we are looking at trades that we won't be on drawdown is us following trend. So if you are following trend and then we understand bias, okay, if you are following trend and we understand bias, that will actually help us. Okay, you understand the bias of the day and you are in line with the flow of the market. It simply means you can just get into during volume time. Okay, you now see that this particular one reflects to the first one I mentioned. So if you are this a bias is in line, is in check, and then you are trading during volume time, you tend not you will not, definitely you will not be in drawdown. Okay, you won't stay in drawdown. Even if drawdown come, it's going to be something very small. And another thing you need to wait during after confirmation of the trade you want to get in is for you to wait for a pullback. Okay, so there is something I said in the course of this channel when I was starting. I made mention of that every candle, 99% of every candle have a bottom wick. Almost all candles, 99, okay, let me use 95% of every candle has a bottom wick, have a wick. So be it a up wick, down wick, whatsoever. So before a candle is formed, okay, there's high tendency is going to make a wick. All right, so those are the things you need to wait. Okay, you need to wait for that wick to be formed before you get into any trade. All right, you know, setup one is very sweet that immediately you close above, you hop into the setup one and then you move. But there is another thing that you need to consider if you want to avoid the drawdown. Okay, that is you waiting for the bottom wick to be print, especially when it is during volume time. All right, so we will just hop into it and then I will explain this in details. Okay, so this is GJ. I will just draw what I'm trying to say before we start proper. All right, let's assume that these two vertical line that I draw is actually the volume time we want to trade. Okay, so this is what you are looking at. So if you are setup one trader, okay, so if you are trading price action, and let me take my strategy as a case study. Let's say we have a structure form like this. Okay, we have a structure form, a candle moving straight, and our bias is uptrend. So we have a structure form, and then we have a sort of a pullback, right? We have a sort of a pullback, and then another pullback, another small pullback. Okay, let's just use this as an example. So take this as another small pullback, and then we get this. Okay, we get this. Okay, so if you are familiar with the channel, so this is setup one that is in line with your bias for the day. Okay, so a candle closing above the range, that is your setup one. So what you need to do is to get your trade, you hop in here. Okay, aim your TP and then your stop loss below the zone, that the structure below the structure that the market closed. All right, so this is how to actually avoid drawdown. Number one, remember we said you must be in line with the trend and it must be during volume time. Okay, so those are the things you really need to look at too during volume time, and then you wait for structure to be formed. Okay, so let's assume this is a 15 minutes time frame and the structure just got broken. Okay, so this is what you need to realize, that if this candle close maybe with a little wick or a no wick, all right, this is what you'll be expecting. You will have the next candle giving you something like this. It will give you a kind of a pullback down before you have this impulsive move upward. Okay, please don't forget the color of the distance. Let me just try to fix it. Okay, let me fix that. So this is what I mean. So if you want to get into a trade like this, just have it in mind that the next candle is going to print a bottom wick. So it will first of all create a bottom wick before you have this move up. So now, how to avoid drawdown is that you go down to lower time frame and wait for another little structure to be formed. Okay, the same setup one forming in 15 minutes, you can check it out in 5 minutes or 1 minute when another setup one is being formed inside this. And what will form that setup one is this wick that is going to form before the push. Right, so during that time, immediately you get the close above, then that's when you have this move, and that's the trend. Okay, so if you don't understand any of these things, that means you are actually new to the channel. So I will advise you go and check what is setup one and how we trade the market. So that's aside. But if it happens that you are not trading price action, you are trading something else, okay, this is what you are going to look at. Okay, immediately you got your entry, okay, immediately you got your entry, just kind of wait. Okay, wait, let a structure be formed. When a structure, anyhow you want your own structure to be, when a structure is formed, allow the structure to be broken, but provided is in line. Okay, provided is in line with your trend and the bias for the day. Okay, as you have a plan for the day. Okay, provided is in line, you wait. Okay, so this brings me to another thing I want to, because I have some of my students say they need something they call sniper entry. Okay, like always getting the bottom of the wick. Okay, let me go to something like this. Okay, it say, yeah, okay, you just got here, all right, and then market start moving. So this was your entry, you have your entries here. Okay, so because of that, your stop loss will be very minimal, something like this. All right, and then boom, the trade play out. Okay, but I don't believe in this, because market just approach this is why I'm saying this. All right, market just approach a resistance zone. Okay, let's say market just approach a resistance zone. All right, nothing actually indicates that is going to respect it or not. Nothing. All right, because market gets to this level doesn't mean it will sell. You can have a structure form here and you have a break above, and the market will continue going up. So there is nothing showing that it's going to respect this zone that you draw. All right, this is how I do personally. So I will personally wait for a structure to be formed around that area, and then the structure breaks and then is in line with my plan. Okay, so when that structure breaks, I will use that structure as my stop loss. Okay, I'll use that structure as my stop loss, and then I will tend to drive to the next support zone. Okay, so example of what I mean is exactly this setup one price action that I draw here. So you wait for a structure to be formed. You have some pullback, kind of a mini consolidation. All right. Why I'm drawing this one or two candles on this one is because it's during volume time. So during volume time, you won't have a kind of a sideways movement for a very long time. Okay. So immediately you have a little pullback, and then you break above the pullback, then that's your entry. Then you can drive in with that. Okay, so this is exactly, so if I should get into a trade like this, I want to see a reaction and a structure form in that zone, and that structure broke, like that structure being respected by the market, then that's when I can confirm that the market is actually heading to my direction. Okay, this is how I trade. I try as much as possible to respect every resistance and every support. Okay, that's why I trade to the next support. I trade only LTA. Please, if you don't know what's LTA, there's a video in the channel. It's called LTA. So you go there and explain. It's called clean candles, low traffic area. That's the meaning LTA. So it's actually a place, a particular area in the market that you don't have so much consolidation or structure form. So if market can pass through that place without any form of traffic, then it simply means it will actually cover it up too without any form of traffic. So that's just what it means. So I believe you find value out of this content, and if you do, don't forget to do the YouTube business. I'll try as much as possible this year to update you with everything that I know that is working. Okay, especially that the ones I know personally I experienced that is working for me, and I can tell you with the kind of a percentage gain that I have in my account, there is nothing wrong with trading setup one. If you trade setup one, you are going to, if you are trading lower time frame, you have more trade. If you are trading higher time frame, you have less trade, but it is more concrete on higher time frame than lower time frame. Okay, so this is what I do. I'm trading only DJ on currency pair, and the rest of my trades are on indices. Why? Because if you are trading volatility indices, there is no news there. So I don't like uncertainty in the market. I trade only volume. So, but GJ during London section doesn't have news, and it's just moving based on volume, and it's easy to be predicted. So that's just it. So if you find value out of this content, don't forget to do the YouTube business, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.